Hello YouTube, we are back. I went ahead and did what I had intended to. I do have to go get it, but so let's start by dropping back to Limsa. So we have a few things we need to do now before we continue. One of which... Oh, I will explain before I move on. To show what I went ahead and did. So this here is the level 50 miner gear. This is the only miner gear or like gatherer or crafting gear you can get that isn't locked to your character. So I went ahead and got the miner gear on another character and put it in the company chest so I can use it. You need to earn the purple scripts, and the purple scripts are earned through weekly stuff that we have not unlocked yet, so I wouldn't have been able to get this yet. And as such, that's why I wanted to just do that. So that's one thing to tell you. There's one in each town. I don't remember where they are in the other places. I just know where it is here. There's a couple things we need to do. Well, set aside and do. Let me move this though. So. I got a couple things to do. So this is all the mining gear. I just got on my other character, so I can put here. This will make our leveling the miner good. I also went ahead and decided goldsmithing will be our primary crafter here. And I went ahead and crafted the goldsmith level 21. So we need to get to level 21 goldsmith before we start messing with the other stuff. And I also melded it and put the materia on it, which again, we haven't really seen that kind of stuff. So like, it's stuff I'll explain as we get there. So you don't really need to know too much, except I used up a bunch of materia that I had, put them on here just for quick extra little stats. You can see, I don't know if I can, yeah, I can. But if you look at it where it says materia there, you can see there is 5 pieces of materia on it. So it's an extra 6 craftsmanship and an extra 3 control. Same here. Plus they're high quality equipment. So that means they are higher level or higher stats as well. They're crafted by Kickle's Chambers, which is my Dragoon character. And melded by my healer, because my healer is the only one that does melding now. I think she can, but I don't know if I have it unlocked on my Dragoon character. But anyway, now you see we have this low level shit. And as perspective, I just want to put this in. There's 113 gathering and like 118 perception. I'm curious what it's going to be when we put all this stuff on. First, I actually kind of like the miner outfit on the Molotov for this. But anyway, yeah, we almost doubled what we had, and we don't have the weapon yet, which is the weapon you get from doing quests. I don't think you can actually get a level 50 weapon outside of doing quests. Now, our next step of thing is to see where we are on the goldsmith. We are level, what are we? 9. Okay, so we're babies on here yet. Okay, do we have the Ixal? I wonder. Maybe. Probably wouldn't help that much. So let's see. What is the thing we need for today's a bone ring? What do we need for that? Bone chip? Do I have a chip? Okay, so I do have some chips. And I need breakstone. So technically I have everything. If I can make it. Let's see. Need breakstone. 2 of them. And a bone chip. I have like no skills here, so let's see. So we'll take 2. Do 1. Perfect. The bone ring will be this. It's gonna be quite a bit of stuff. Should I get that? Quality is maxed, so that. Did not look at what level we were. I just looked at what. I'm running away like that. I just looked at what one I wanted to do because I don't have the goldsmith leveled up on my other character, so I just thought it would be a good idea. Plus, it happened to be when I looked, we could easily get both weapons. So I was like, perfect. That should do it. Yes, that'll be double. That's another level as well. Now, we have 2 things we can do. Or maybe just 1, I don't know. We're at 9, so maybe we only had 10, but I think we had one when we started. So I think we should, case and purposes, have 2 goldsmith quests to do, at least. And from here we can check how to like just quickly level to 20. Oh, Lily, I'm honestly a bit surprised to see you. Most newcomers find GG's evaluations so harsh that we never hear from them again. I'm so glad that you didn't take him seriously when he said your copper wasn't fit for a chamber pot. I mean, really, it doesn't even make sense. You can make a chamber pot out of anything. Anyway, I hope you've been working hard, because your next task won't be nearly as easy as the last. Listen well, Lily, I want you to make me 3 copper gorgets. Gorget? For this, you'll need copper ingots, which you very conveniently learned to make last time. Now, I directed you to purchase one from Iceland before, but there are other ways to obtain it. You can dig it up yourself, or perhaps befriend a lonely miner and convince him to share some with you. However you choose to obtain your materials, I'm sure you'll put them to good use. What do we need for the copper again? I don't remember. Just copper ore? Okay, that's not... It's not the one that you need a bunch of random shit for, so let me just get this. And is there anything else for copper gorgets? We need leather too. You have leather? Can you give me leather? You can. Okay. Just take leather. It's just simpler to get the easy ones just from there. I've fucking reorganized my... Just not how I like it. Now we don't keep these on here, so we can get rid of them. I don't remember where I put this. I think I put it like somewhere over here. I don't use that one very often once I level stuff up, so it's not as irrelevant of a skill to have except for in the beginning. Oh, I wanted to do something else too. Shit. I'll have to do that before I do anything else as well. I need to check something. I need 2 for each, so I need 6, actually. We're in for a bit of grind. I'm gonna show off when I'm like the rest of the Firmament stuff, so I need to get at least to get to 21 is my goal. So we're gonna do the quests up until then and whatnot, so. One down. The best advice, I don't remember if I mentioned this, I probably did, because it was a while ago that we did the crafting stuff, but best advice I can say is try to get the progress to only 1 click away. and then work on the quality. Because you always have a chance to get the quality to be high, no matter what. Like if there's like 2% chance, it's still a chance. But if you don't have the progress, it just breaks. So now in a case of the condition being excellent, you definitely want to go for the quality over progress in that one. But Gorget's ready yet, Lily? Don't keep me waiting too long. There you go. All 3. And yes, I know they're high quality. I'm just good like that, motherfucker. Well, in my opinion, your Gorgets are gorgeous, greenhorn. Oh wait, I meant grotesque, ungodly, and affront to the gods themselves, for shame. Beg your pardon, Lily. I'm afraid that constructive criticism isn't one of GG's strong points. But where was I? Ah, yes. The Gorgets are well made, strong, and functional. And that's the least they should be, as they're meant to protect one's throat. When it comes to basic pieces like these, we don't have much creative freedom. Still, this doesn't mean we should put in less effort, especially since the techniques used to craft simple accessories are the same ones used to craft elaborate ones. Now then, you learned how to handle your hammer, but there's another tool I'd like you to get acquainted with. With this grinding wheel, you'll find it easier to add the finishing touches when you craft. Try using it, and you'll see what I mean. Keep your nose to that grinding wheel, and you'll be ready for your next challenge in no time at all. Certain gear bonuses craftsmanship, control, and CP. A higher craftsman rating hastens the progress. Greater control increases the chance of creating higher quality. An additional CP is your crafting stamina. Man, I don't really need any of those. But I don't have... Yeah, I don't have the secondary, so I'll put that on for now. Throw some rings on it. I'm so sorry, sir. Please don't... Oh, it's only you, Lily. For a moment there, I thought my heart was about to fail me. I thought the angry miner had returned. GG wasn't pleased with the ore the miner brought in. You see, and he made this sentiment clear. In the only way he knows how. There was mention of the miner's mother and an old goat. Never mind all that. I have an urgent task for you. We've just received an order for prestigious quantity of prodigious. I don't know how you say what that word is. I don't think. Quantity of copper rings, and I'd like you to handle it. Now this is an honest God's commission, Lily. You'll have to satisfy a paying customer, not your kind and lovely guildmaster. But I believe that you can do more than simply satisfy. Now, the customer's waiting, so you'd best get started on those copper rings. When you're ready, come and show them to me, just for good measure. Okay, we just make the rings out of ingot. I want to just for good measure, because I don't know if I'm going to need more in general. But I'm going to go to Limsa again, because I forgot to do something that I wanted to do at the start of this, since this is going to be a good portion about crafting, I wanted to do something. The castle. Is this the quartermaster or the administrator? I can never remember this one. Okay. Isn't there one? Increases experience earned through crafting by 10%. That's what I thought. I thought there was one that was about increasing experience on crafting. Could also do one of the other ones, but I'm gonna leave that one alone. Sections. Execute. So now we get 10% more experience on crafting. I still go back to the doll. We're gonna need to be there anyway. And I'll get to crafting. It just makes sense. If we're gonna focus on crafting, we might as well have extra experience in it. Because this is probably gonna be dominated with, like, crafting stuff. So, like, why not? What is this one? Honor, reward, death. I'm not sure what that one is. Oh, anyway. Is it only one, or do we need 2 each one? Because, like, yeah. This is gonna take a bit. I have noticed, if you... The reason I don't do the auto one is the auto one gives you less experience. Let's just show. So I got what 300 experience there just now. 89. Yeah, it's like, why would I not just spend the extra time? I don't get what, like, I know you get more when it's high quality. So that could be part of it, because that was not a high quality one. But I know for a fact that even if it was high quality, it would not have been enough to warrant that. So, like, I don't get how the auto experience stuff works. But saying that, it's literally not that hard to do this. Like I said, I don't mind doing these. I actually enjoy doing crafting. I'm sure this is not the most riveting video, so generally speaking, once we get past this initial stuff that I'm showing, I'm not going to show anymore until we do, like, quests. And I believe in all of these, you could preemptively, like, make these ahead of time, so I may do that too. know what the thing is, make it ahead of time, and just have it in my hand to do the mission. Just like I could do with like the miner, because I had some stuff that I put aside when I did it on a different character. So yeah, we'll come to that as, you know, we need to. Six ingots. How many do I get? 3. I need to make 3 more ingots, and then I can turn them all into rings, and boom. We are ready to turn in this quest. And you could, I'm sure I said this to you before, but you can go and gather the copper ore. You can gather the bone chips, you know. It doesn't hurt to do that if you want. I personally, like I said, for the stuff like right here, it's not good enough. Like, it's not needed. I just don't see the point. Oh wait, no, not the Gordets. Rings. I was like, wait a second, why do I need so many? Also, if you do this, I don't know if I said this in the last one when I did the crafting, which was ages ago. But if you have regular quality and high quality ones, they don't allow you to split them between the two, so they have to. These all have to be high quality. If I happen to make one that's not a high quality, it won't count towards the 12. I noticed I did that once when I was fiddling with it, like doing the quick one for a mission once. And I was like, no, you don't get this. So I was like, oh, well, fuck me then, I guess. So do this. We won't be high enough to level again, but you have this. Here are the rings. Yes, I know they're high quality. And copper rings. I have seen worse. Oh, GG, must you always be so? Wait a minute. Did you just say that you've seen worse? Lily, that's as good as a compliment, coming from him. I mean, when you consider what a scathing critic he usually is, perhaps the fact he's not saying anything more insulting is a sign he likes it. After all, he's called your previous work utter garbage, an affront to the gods themselves. I half expected him to call these rings abysmal failures. Oh, I probably should take this opportunity to teach you a thing or two about what you made. Copper rings are rings made of copper. They can be used to make chains and or chain mail, so you probably already knew all that. Anyway, Lily, I would like you to deliver these rings to the client personally. I would handle it myself, but I believe it's very important that you learn how to deal with customers firsthand. The client is a Sultan Sworn named Robert, who should be waiting outside the guild right about now. I told him he could wait inside, but he said he didn't want to distract the goldsmith at their work. Not that I would mind a distraction like that. What's up, Robert? I think she likes you. You're a goldsmith, aren't you? Did Mistress Serendipity send you? Here you go. Yes. Yes, these shall serve nicely. Keeping the Sultana from harm is perilous business, you see, and we Sultan Sworn never have enough supplies to keep our equipment in serviceable condition. You may inform Serendipity that she can expect full payment soon, and that I send her my fondest regards. He sends his fondest regards to you. How did it go, Lily? What did he say about me? I mean, about your work? Oh. Anyway, seeing how well your very first commission went, I have high hopes for those to come. In fact, why don't you speak with Ustance down at the Quicksand? See what work is available for a goldsmith. Yes, I believe you're quite ready to handle commissions independent of my supervision. Take yourself to the Adventurers Guild and try a task or two. Actually, that's a good point. You have a very good point, lady. I don't know if I've even unlocked them now. I think I did, didn't I? I apologize, man, but I'm not authorized to issue. Did I not unlock them? Guess I probably didn't. Rude. I do have the blue, I just didn't do it. Interesting. Okay, where did I start? This is Limsa, right? So mine is probably in the Minsta then. I didn't do the levy ones, I didn't unlock them, so that's on me. Did I? Yeah. Unlock the levies for me, please. Greetings, Lily. Veteran has been most effusive in his praise of your accomplishments. Have you considered putting your abilities to use for the Adventurers Guild by taking a guild levy? Guild levies are means by which we document requests for assistance from the citizenry prior to assigning them to adventurers. Possess the necessary skills. From battlecraft levies that require the extermination of monsters to tradecraft levies that acts for the creation of goods, tasks we term levies are many and varied in nature. Should your interest be piqued, I suggest you make your way to Swift Perch and speak with that name. He'll be happy to set your feet on the path. You need to take, then you make. Blah, 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 blah. I didn't unlock them because they pop up everywhere, and honestly, it's kind of annoying that there's like one in every fucking city for the longest time. See, now that we unlock this, there's probably gonna be, or once we do this, there's probably gonna be one like here. Yeah, they just pop up everywhere. Katie's last. I'm in charge of assigning local levy quests here at Soapforge. That person sent you my way, did she? Well then, let's get you started. Right after we see it, we see if you've got the brass to overcome the challenges you're likely to encounter around these parts. Take a look over the task outlined in this skill levy. You reckon you can handle it? Yeah, I guess. What is it? Grabbing crabs? These work a little different than other quests. You have to be in this green area. And then when you're in this green area, you can bring up a quest. Go to initiate. Started. It's going to ask you what level you want to be, like difficulty. I would just do the one. Eliminate the target enemies, which is a big claw. And it'll tell you to go back. I thought usually they sync you to them, I thought. Maybe they don't sync you here for this one. You seem to have had little trouble last. Here's your reward for your efforts. I reckon you'll do just fine with the rest of me jobs. And there's always plenty to do here and so forth. What with all the rebuilding and such, be sure to make yourself useful. Heist. By the by, a sturdy adventurer like yourself might want to look into guild heist. Have a word with Battle Warden Tirora? I have no idea. And she'll give you the details. Don't you fret now, lass. I'll see her straight if she has any doubts as to your ability. I'll set her straight. Okay, so we can look at this. I know. Do you have anything? I don't know where they are by default. So he only has armor ones. I wonder where the goldsmith ones are. And what level they are. I'm not doing the guild heist thing, but yeah. Words travel quickly and so forth. Here to learn about the guild heist. What's a guild heist? Why, it's a hest issued by the Adventurers Guild, Savvy. When a certain task brought to the attention of the guild is little to grand for a levy, but not grand enough for the grand company involvement, they're deemed guild heist and sent to yours truly. But don't let the lack of grandeur fool you. The tasks are anything but simple. Most take place in tight quarters, and all require precision teamwork. Twixt you and your battlemates. And so what do you get in return for placing your neck on the lopping block? Besides a beaming grin from the Battle Warden? Roro, however you say. Fame, fortune, and the usual. So I presume you'll be joining our next operation. Unlikely, but you know. These are like little side stuff to just usually like experience or whatever else. I'm curious though. Like I said, now there should be levies in like every town. Yeah, levies of ale ports. And every single one, you have to do one of the levies to unlock them in that little place. So they do get to be a little bit of a pain in the ass, and that's why I didn't unlock them right away. Keep a record of tasks what the locals would need doing, the goal amount. I'm not gonna read this. They're gonna tell you the same bullshit. And you can get certain things like ventures from these too, but there is a thing. So, with the levies in general, you can only do them based on your allowances, and it's real time that ticks by to do them. You see I have 99 in the corner? That's because I haven't done it in a long time. Blah 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 blah. Where is brain emotes? Second. Oh wait, let me. The heart bar. Oof. There we go. Where is this one? Initiate. Come on, let's go. Follow me, dude. Come on. I don't know why it's not like syncing my level. I'm okay with this. Makes it go faster, but usually it syncs your level. Come on, buddy. You just gotta make sure he stays in sight, doesn't get attacked by like that kind of thing. Come on. Come on, buddy. Oop, whoops. Come on, buddy. You just gotta get him to the green circle. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's safe. Sparklies are safe. Yes, it's completed. Okay, so you only have blacksmith stuff. I'm curious. Does Limsa have goldsmith? If not, I might look up where the goldsmith levies are. Because that might be something that will benefit us to do the levies. Are probably going to be quicker than just like doing aimed at nothing. But I don't know. Like without actually seeing where they are. No, it doesn't have any goldsmith ones. I bet Odal does. I bet it's based on what like places are there. I bet Odal does. Because she did say to go there. So now that I have him unlocked, he should give me ones as well. I bet it's here. I'm sure there is ones elsewhere as well, but they're probably like the higher level ones. Bingo. What do you require? A pair of fang earrings? Copper ear cuffs? Bone staff? What are the level 5 ones? Copper earrings? This is gonna be interesting because I'm gonna have to fucking deliver them to. That's not warranted enough. Oh, that one's not bad though. Copper wristlet. Let's. What do you need for that? Just copper, so okay. So we need 2 rings and 1 ingot. And the rings are just 1, so 3 ingots. Like, why not? Let's see, what else do we have here? Copper earrings, we need redstone if I do that. Which I didn't have anymore, so I need to go get more of that if I want to do that. What about... what else was... Ragstone again. I need ragstone for all of that. I think that's what I'm gonna do though. Let's see. Tradecraft. We will get this one. Need those. Pair of ram horn claws. Wait, didn't we already have that? Maybe not. No. Oh, ear cuffs and earrings. They're 2 different things. Might have looked at the wrong one for that. And I might as well get the ingot just because I'm gonna be headed to that dude anyway. Where are they? Oh, they're not. Oh, they're right here. Okay, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Okay, so the ear cuffs and the earrings both require dragstone. So before we continue, of that. Let's get to the miner again. Let's go get some ragstones. Is it this? We will be back. There's no point. We might as well gather like, let's say like 40. Something like that. You're getting the full experience of this, not just like most basic shit now. You're gonna like literally what I do all the time. I said I personally like doing this stuff. A lot of people don't. It's understandable. But I just find this relaxing. You just fucking chill on it. Don't do anything else. Since we're so much higher now and have the gear, we're able to collect quite a bit. Shouldn't take us too long to get to level 20. Also doing really good at collecting this, so let's get 50, 60, and once we're back in town we gotta come back and all that. I said that just because I know with the double chances we're gonna get it quite quickly. Literally this one will give us 260, and then I will and then we'll go back. That way we can just do it here. Does the levies show up here in currency? Uh-uh. I think the only way you can see what... Where is it here? Yeah, next allowance. What, 5 hours? 6, so like a new day. I think you get like 1 a day or something like that. I don't remember exactly. I don't remember how many of these we need. I didn't care, it's amateur. Don't know what that is. I'll look at it in a second. So now I need the copper ingots. Got my grand all time up there. So one thing about the levies, I'll show in a second. I'm sure I'll trigger one of them at least. Okay, so it's one of each for this. This once. That was actually great that we got a good one there. Now I have earrings, so now we need the ear cuffs, which is this one. Oh, it's 2 ingots for that one. Okay. Gotcha, gotcha. Leveled again. Let's get another copper ingot. No, here we go. We technically got one of the ones that I like to have. Get rid of that. But I like having a waste knot. It cuts our skills like usage in half for 4 turns. So it's actually a really good one to have. Depending, it can actually hurt you, depending on what you're doing, but anyway. Give the ingot. Here you go. And again, sign here please, thank you, have a nice day. So you see, because it's high quality, we get more. Needful rings. Then here. See? Again, double. That's good. There's the earrings. Again, double. They're really not gonna let me demonstrate what I wanted to. Okay, so again, double. We also get some shards in this one. That took us to 17. Okay, so I didn't get to demonstrate what I wanted to because we didn't trigger it at all, but whatever. Go back. Okay, we need to get 4 more levels, so let's see what we can get Terry at. Brass wristlet. Or brass rings. What exactly does this entail? A brass ingot. It's copper and zinc. How much is that one? What do we get for that one? 18. Okay, that would be actually really good. Full of crafting, not just regular. The rings still kept out too. Anyway, let's see what I was doing now. Do we have them again? We do have the ear cuffs again. So let's accept this one. We have the earrings. Do indeed. For the sake of doing it, I'll do it again. I didn't even bother picking that one up, but that one's simple enough. I always, so when you do them, they rotate a lot of times, so a lot of times you're not necessarily going to get the same one again. So yeah, depending, you might not get the same one again, so it's always good to just kind of see what you got going on. I don't need to use waste not for this. Let me just turn in the... Whoops, not you. Just turn in this one. Get it out of the way. Do this one next. Okay. Maybe another one of these. 18 is what we have, so that's good. I need, I think, 2 of these for the ear cuffs. Like, personally, if I was doing this without being recorded, I probably would go about going to get the zinc and doing the higher one and all that stuff. Makes more sense too. But I have the equipment to do this one, so I don't really worry about it. I might if they lower it more, but... Take my items. Yep, there's 18. Almost leveled again. Like on top of that, I mean. Let's just get the 2 again, if they have them. Or at least they have that one. Oh. Let's go do them again. See, this is very simple stuff that you can do. It's not that big of a deal. Make 2 of these and 3 of the copper. Yeah, we have the second one now, so we can do the combo thing. So what I mean by that is down here we have basic touch and standard touch. I don't know if you paid attention when I got the skill, but there's a 2-star above it and there's a 1-star above basic touch. Normally, it will cost like 32 CP to use standard touch. But if you do basic first, which is 1-star, and you see how it's like glowing like a combo, like it's circling around there, the skill down there, it actually costs less to do it, but it gives more, so you kind of like combo your quality there, which is really good to keep in mind. Nice, that leveled me up just doing that. Doing the ear cuffs, we're not actually going to level up from that. Well, we will because of the other one, but we're almost 20, so we can almost do the Firmament. And again, I'm not sure we're gonna be strong, like high enough to do it, so it might still end up being a little sketchy. But whatever, we'll see. Just the earrings. Funny. But we do want to get to 21 to use the gear I crafted and meld it, or yeah, meld it. We need to do one more at least. Let's do this. And let's get the other one too, just to do it. Have them. So. Might as well. I will guarantee we get over what we need. Like I said, I'll probably put in quite a bit of time doing this off screen. Like leveling them. So this will be the last, well, maybe not the last time. Plain and simple, there's just a lot of stuff in the game, so you'll probably still see me do it at some point. But this will be the last time we put in like a lot of effort into showing off the crafting in general. Except for the story. We will keep all story missions with GG and that and all that. I will probably not do them again until I can do like the entire quest line, just for the sake of not having to like do one on one, and then like weeks later, like months later, do the next one, you know? That way you can get the entire storyline in like a go. But yeah. It's the best that I can consider doing because I wanna show off how this works. And we get to see the levies that we've not seen before, since I never showed them off. I've never actually tried combat levies. Maybe combat levies are good for like beginner classes as well. I think global. What are these achievements, by the way, that I've gotten? Complete 10 local trade crafts, achieve 20. Earn a cumulative total of 1,000 gil from. Okay, successfully. Okay. Okay. Most of these are very like simple. Gotcha though. So they never triggered. Sometimes when you do a levy, you get a like they'll be like, would you like to do more? And then you can get like things from a levy. Now I have the material ones. One thing you gotta remember, by the way, is if you do this, these gear, they will lock to my character the second I make anything with them. So I can't like pass this on to another character after I'm done in higher level, which is gonna be pretty quickly in general. But it's like, it's not a big deal. Now, I wanna see wait, where is... Do I not... Oh, I bet I don't technically have it unlocked because I didn't have a character. I need to see what I need. I forgot what I needed. I knew whatever it is that I need is not hard to get, but I need to know what I need. So I need to unlock restoration. Yes, I see that you're amply experienced in your craft. If you'd kindly lend me your log, I'll write down a list of items we need for your reference. Of course, our needs can change over time. If you wish to know what's currently in demand, don't hesitate to ask me. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for getting these for me. So I need iron ore. Okay. We're gonna hope for the best there. I don't think I actually have iron ore on. I need to go get some. Oh no, I have very little. I have very little iron ore. Probably not gonna be able to do this very well, so let's see. I have 30, so I need to do at least 2 of that. Let's... 1. Yeah, let's do some of that so we can get the quality up. 1 more there. Okay, now we're purely on the quality. Just... hope that's enough. It's just enough. So that's the thing. It's very tight to do it, and the higher you get it, the better. But as you see down here, depending on which like quality you get, so I did it this quality, so I'm only gonna get 26,000 experience and 3 scripts. But if I did the best one, because I had like better gear, I would get like 3 times. So it's good to do this, but this is by far the best because there's a level. Also, it gave me the whole thing about the Koopa things is that each time you give something that has the symbol by it, so like your current levels, crafted item, you'll get 1 stamp, and then when you get all 5, you get a voucher, and one, I mean, you can have up to 10 vouchers stacked up. Kind of just hope and pray we do enough. So you can do, try to like, hope you get a good one, like that's good, so that should push me over. We don't have enough like gear at the moment, so that's like why we're not able to get the higher ones. But again, it's just the level, so like we're doing really good in general. That's why I made the armor or the weapons, because or the tools, because I know this initial thing is very hard. It's good to get it out of the way. It's better to... Come on. I don't think we're gonna get this one. Oh, just enough. See, it would help a lot if I would get better gear in general, like armor stuff for crafting. But it's just, you know, you do with what you got. Do one more, and then I'll be able to demonstrate what I was talking about. My brain's working to make sure I try to like optimize this so I don't, you know, screw up and not. Okay, so we haven't been able to get that, but I figured as much because we don't actually have like the even mediocre gear on. Not have. There we go. 1 level already. And that. Make that 2 levels. 3 levels. Not quite. But they did give us a voucher, so let's show off the voucher. So this is what they were talking about. So you can have this. The trike is a crown. Whatever this is the cracked other cluster. There's some crafting things, a carbuncle chandelier, and then you have like the fireworks stuff. If you get a griffin. Now, if we do this, you can see we're likely to get the carbuncle. There's 25% chance we get the crack. But if we do this, it's 8% to get the trike, 45% chance to get that, and it's just random. So I'm just grabbing it. So this was the carbuncle thing, and our only other options was so it didn't really matter. Was it the trike either way? I won 4th prize. Congrats! But yeah, you can keep doing that. That's how you get that one. And this is, this is for something, for like a house. Whoops. Let me do that. See about doing 5 more. Another coupon, and then I'll boost us in levels again. I'm not getting lucky with that stuff showing up. George. Okay, there we go. Got another good that should do it. You see what I mean about like leveling up here? This is just so much easier. It's definitely something that like you gotta pay attention to. Like, you're not gonna do this very well if you don't have the like appropriate gear or whatever else. I could do this better if I actually put out the time to make gear and meld, or otherwise the gear as well. I just don't care to go through that extra effort. I just did the weapons because I knew they were the tools, because I knew I was going to get some benefit. Because likely, if you come into this without somewhat okay gear on when you do this, you will not be able to get even the first one. Which is so bad for like what you're doing. Can we get one? Well, shit. We're not gonna get it, I don't think, or is it gonna be just... Nope. Nope. We didn't get it. So this is a bust. Yeah, I might as well bust it. So that was a waste of materials. Oh well. See, we got unlucky. That's why you gotta like really pay attention to like hope you get conditions and stuff that you need. And again, the better gear you have, the better it is, so you know. Obviously, this is also giving us experience. Every one we make. Obviously, since I boosted it, we're getting a bit more. That's something to keep in mind as well. You might get less, essentially. Something else I could do, and I fucking forgot about it. I don't use innovation generally. Don't I have... Didn't I take something for crafting? It's a meal. Here we go. This will help us. So this will give us the stats, as well as an extra 3% experience. This should give us a little bit more of a to make this for 30 minutes. Gave us one more there. I don't know about what we were before, so. Like nothing. Hope we get one. Barely again. We want the bonus, but we didn't get like any good that one. Okay, let's turn these in. That's an entire 5. Taking like 2 to level now. We're not getting better. No, we get that one. Come on. We got it. You did not. No. You gave me good after the fact. Rude. Risk it, and I'm just gonna do the big one to make sure we get it complete. One more. Then we have another voucher. Well, one more successful one. Which, this one is looking sketchy. There we go. We get a boosted one. Okay, it's 5. Level 29. 30. Oh, you see how quick you can do this here? If you actually have the requirement stuff. Upper Kupo. Yeah. Oh, and it was actually in there. Jesus, everything but what I got was the... These are just, random shit you can do. Based on, like, the house or whatever. I like the fireworks and stuff. So they're not a big deal. Let's see. Yeah, see, we don't have very many, like, good gear on. Besides the weapons that we did. So yeah. Let's... Since it's fresh in mind, let's go do the mining stuff. But I'm probably going to spend some time off screen, especially since I have the extra 10% buff, to mess around with other words, other crafters and stuff, but we'll see. Maybe I won't. We can complete all the Realm Reborn ones with some timing and stuff here, so let's continue. Water from stone. Lily, you couldn't have come at a better time. One of our number has been taken ill, you see, and I need someone to handle the work assigned to him. Tell me, are you familiar with whatever water? Alchemists use it to make a substance called natron. The bakers use natron for leavening? That is, raising dough. Without it, there'd be no ginger cookies, crumpets, blood currant tarts. As you may have gathered, I'm fond of odd sweets or 3. Of course, the water is good for more than just baking. A lot of miners ask for a drop of it in their drinks. Makes the stronger stuff a bit more refreshing, see? And let me tell you, there's nothing better to wash away the dust of a hard day's mining. But you didn't come here to hear my thoughts on food and drink. You came here to learn about mining, and so you shall, by procuring some of the water for me. And the Alchemist Guild needs 15 bottles of the stuff, and urgently. They couldn't stress that enough. From what I can make out, they themselves are scrambling to fulfill or urgent order for Neutron from the Bismarck in Limsa Lomensa. It's one of Eorzea's finest restaurants, in case you didn't know. Anyway, you best get going. You'll need to work fast to make up for all the time I wasted chattering about sweets and grog. Oh, and you'll have the best luck mining around Western Scar over in Blackshroud. Is it just a regular one? Maybe. Yeah, it is. Well, let's go get it. Wee. Silver. I found that. Minor one. I'm curious. Did I mark at all? Let me check something. I have not. Okay. So I was marking some things for the classes down, and I could like search it up, but I was like specifically just marking this level requires this, and that's all I was doing. But I haven't done it for the miner yet, because the miner wasn't my priority, because I had already leveled up a miner. Anyway, we got plenty. I was also wondering, I'm getting tired, and I'm like, why am I getting tired? Oh, it's almost 2 a.m. No, don't fucking shit, I'm getting tired. We'll probably finish the miner and end it. 15 bottles of the water, quick as you can. And remember, you're to find it in... Yeah, I know. I already have them. Here you go. Right in the nick of time. My thanks, Lily. I'll see to it that these are sent over immediately. Ah, but before I do, I should probably expand a bit on what we were talking about earlier. Specifically the part about mixing spirits with the water. See, I wasn't lying when I told you a lot of folks find the combination refreshing. It is refreshing. In fact, adding a bit of bubbly in water makes the stuff go down so easily. You have to be careful not to drink yourself under the table. I say this partly for your own good, and partly because the lad whose task you just took care of wasn't careful. Half sod threw up right where you're standing. Oh, but it didn't end there. Did you Could you have told me this before I stood here? He then slipped in his own puke and split his head open on the bar on his way down. Suffice it to say, he won't be working for a while. Thankfully, you took up the slack, and all is well with the guild once more. I could do with a few more like you, Lily. Keep up the good work, you hear? Next, Obsidian Race. Ah, Lily, just the person I was about to send for you. There's an order I want your help with. See, it comes from the Gladiators Guild via the vice foreman himself. You recall the time I had you procure obsidian? Well, this time I need you to find wyvern obsidian, which is a good deal rarer. How rare, you say? Let's just say I've handled this stuff no more than a dozen times in my life. So yes, it'll be a bugger to find, but don't worry, you won't be working alone. It just so happens that one of our guildmates has volunteered for the task, and considering how difficult it's like to be, I've decided to have the two of you work together. Your partner's name is Wide Gully, and he's waiting for you on the far side of the stage. Go over and introduce yourself, and he'll tell you everything you need to know. Run along now. Oh, and good luck. Hey, Gully. You must be Lily, the Guildmaster's pet. I've heard much and more about you. They tell me you've got talent. The trouble is, you're an adventurer, and anyone with an ounce of sense knows adventurers can't be trusted. Alberta is sorely mistaken if she thinks you're any different. Likewise, she's sorely mistaken if she thinks I'm going to help you find 15 chunks of wyvern obsidian. I'd sooner fall on my own pickaxe than see you take credit for my hard work. That said, I'm not about to risk getting kicked out of the guild for disobeying a direct order. Luckily, there are other ways to handle this. What do you say to a contest? Nigh on as good as cooperating, and so long as the client gets what he wants? Alberta won't have cause to complain, will she? So here's the deal. We mine for wyvern obsidian separately, and whoever brings back the better haul, that's to say, the purer haul, is the winner. Simple, yes? Now, we both know I've been doing this a lot longer than you, and I won't have it said that I trounced the novice. So to make this more interesting, I'll give as long as you want, for all the good it'll do. Oh, and you can even go and talk to the client if you like. His name's Roger, and you'll find him outside the Gladiators Guild. Might be as he can tell you something useful. Which one is this? This is 30, so I have 35, 40, 45, and 50. So yeah, we're getting there. Got a few quests to do yet, then. Probably be ending on a good chunk. Hey, I'm Roger. What can I do for you? Get yourself into contest with White Gully, you say. Oof, I don't envy you, miss. I don't know much about mining myself, but I do know that White Gully is good at the job. You can't be Deep Cannon's son without knowing a thing or two about being a miner, of course. Anyway, I have no idea whose idea this contest of yours was, but if it means I get goods of better quality, you won't hear any complaints from me. Now, you wanted to ask about the wyvern obsidian, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you what little I know, but remember, I'm a gladiator, not a miner. Saying that, I haven't graced the Blood Sands for a while. Took a nasty blow to the knee, you see? Rest assured, the fellow that dealt it got far worse. Anyway, I'm all mended and ready to make my return, and I want it to be glorious. Something that'll be sung by the bards. So I thought a shiny new sword was in order. And there's nothing like a plumed oak whatever to draw a crowd. Makuliati? What the fuck is that name? I have no idea how to say that blade. I've seen it before, but I have no idea. Why? Because it doesn't have a single piece of metal in it. Makuliati, don't, as a rule. Aye, not a speck of metal, but if you wield it right, the shards of wyvern obsidian embedded in the blade will cut armor like hot knife through butter. But I'm rambling. You want to know where to find the stuff, not what I plan to do with it. I vaguely recall a conversation I had with a miner a while back. We were talking about it. Oh, did I mention that's what you call more than one? Well, it is. Where was I? Ah, yes. We were chatting about it, and the fellow said that he'd previously dug up wyvern obsidian around Thalsver Sprite in eastern Thanalan. That's all I know. Hope it helps. I might even have some in the chest, but whatever. We'll go get some. Oh, big boy. Let's /1 Peter there, and let's get the wyvern obsidian. We'll get 30 again. That way we have an extra usage for like another one of my characters and whatnot. That's what I was doing it for. That's why I had some of the other ones, and I have like some of the other fish for the fishing guilds and stuff set up because I just got more than one. This is generally how my mind, like, this is how I leveled originally when I did this kind of stuff. I would do these quests, and I would go around, I would get like a level, maybe 2, just by grinding, like, the stuff that I needed. So, like, when I was around this level, I would just go and get obsidian, or the wyvern obsidian, until I would level up. Obviously, we did all the leveling with diadem, so it's not relevant here, but that's how I was doing it originally. Still not a bad way to like get a few extra levels. It's also not a bad idea to get everything in general. I don't know what restrictions are on the minor ones. I know there's quite a bit on fishing. But your retainers can't come back with an item you haven't already gotten yourself at least once. What's the matter? Don't tell me you're having trouble finding a paltry 15 chunks of wyvern obsidian. No, I have 33 actually. So. Oh, managed to scrape together the required amount, did you? Well then, let's see your sorry specimens, just for the sake of Bugger me! They're black as night! This is some of the purest stuff I've ever seen! How in the seven hells did you find these? You, a mere adventurer! I'm loath to admit it, but your obsidian's superior to mine. Well, it might be as you bested me on quality, but there's more to being a miner than that. You need to be able to give the client what he wants, when he wants. In other words, you need speed. Without it, quality counts for naught. I was by far the faster man, so we'll call it a draw, but mark my words, I'll best you next time, both on speed and quality. I'll see to it the obsidian gets to Roger. In the meantime, why don't you go and tell the guildmaster all about it? I care not what you say. Dude, he talked shit on me, and he said it's a draw. I totally beat him. Ah, Lily? How'd you find working with Bride Gully? What? He challenged you to a contest, as if the task weren't difficult enough. I'm terribly sorry, Lily. It was hardly fair of him. He's a born miner. What's that? You beat him? Truly? But he's one of the guild's very best. Well done, girl. He claimed he was faster, did he? Well, speed is important, but White Gully set the rules, and by those rules you won fair and square. See, I told you I did. You've come a long way, Lily. A long way. You make me proud to be your mentor. At the same time, though, I must admit that a miner in me can't help feeling some envy. But it's that which keeps a veteran like me on my toes, like the fire in my belly. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Keep doing what you're doing, Lily, and I'll do my damnedest to keep up. Next. Good to see you again, Lily. You'll be pleased to know that Roger was deeply impressed with the obsidian you got for him. More so than that, he was impressed that you bested Wide Gully in the contest. There's no ordinary miner who can outdo the vice foreman's own son. Lest you wonder, I knew full well who Wide Gully's father was when I tried to pair you both up. I also know for a fact that he has his sights on my position. There are some who whisper in my ear that I should expel him from the guild, but I can't help but think that short-sighted. After all, it's hardly a crime to want to be guildmaster. What's more, White Gully is tremendously gifted miner, and I'm not in the business of punishing excellence. To be sure, I'm still better overall, but I'm not above admitting there are certain areas in which he's more knowledgeable. I tell you this because you'll need to speak with him again for your next task. We've received an order for 20 raw amethysts. You see, and none among us know more about the stones than he does. I realize you didn't exactly get off on the right foot with Wide Gully, but the two of you are guildmates, and guildmates help one another, no matter the differences. Help me, bitch. Strolling on over, bold as you please, after humiliating me the other day. You've got some gall, adventure. Actually, it was about like 5 minutes ago, but whatever. I know why you're here. I heard about the order for raw amethyst too. No doubt you're wondering where to find him, and you're after my hard-earned knowledge. Well, I'll gladly share it with you. Why are you so obliging, you ask? Because the knowledge ain't gonna be worth a damn to you, that's why. You'll find all the raw amethyst you can carry near about Hopeseed Pond over in Central Shroud. The problem has to do with the beasties inhabiting the place. More than aught else. Lindworms, stropers, sprites. I hear tell even jaded Jody's made her home there. Even Raubon would have trouble taking a stroll through that neck of the woods, let alone a common adventurer playing at miner. I don't expect to see you back here with 20 hairs in your head. Much less 20 of them stones. Well then, dickhead. Thanks for the info where it is. Not that I needed it. I have this. But, you know. I'm trying to remember what time I needed to get the other one. Yes. Because I want to make sure we get everything. Anytime I hit a node that I haven't hit before, I like to get everything out of it. Because again, it pays off to have it for like your retainer. There isn't like an achievement that gives you like a level 50 pickaxe, I think, if I remember right. But you have to like have found everything in the level. It's like it's not really worth it because by the time you get to higher, it would have been really. Let's put it this way: it would have been really worth it back when there was no expansion, but because the expansion gives you a higher level, and it's not that hard to get the higher level, you just kind of like coast on through. So. I'm gonna get another dose of it while I'm here. Just because then I can have some for like my stream character, or if I go through with my healer or whatever else. And then I just will already have it. There we go. 40, so another dose of it. Let's go turn it in and show the smart ass that we have it. Mr. Dickhead. You want to come back with 20 hairs on your head, much less this. I came back with 40, bitch. And I didn't get touched. Not my fault you don't know how to sneak. You'll find the raw amethyst. Blah blah. Let's see how much you're willing to risk for 20 of them. I already have them. Here you go. Bugger me! You mine these amethysts? I can't believe you made it past all those nasty creatures. Well, might be as it's time I stopped being so surprised. You goddamn adventurers come through more often than I care to admit. Any road, it's one thing to find the amethyst, but do you even know aught about them? Their properties, what they represent? Thought not. Well, here's a free lesson. Amethysts are lightning aspected gemstones, prized as embodiments of calmness, decisiveness, and intuition. And coming back with such a large haul of them, it would seem you've got all these things. I might have been hasty to pass judgment. The more I see you work, the more I see why the Guildmaster's so fond of you. Never imagined an adventurer would give me my toughest competition, and I was learned better than that. To take every adversary earnestly. Seems I'll have to redouble my efforts if I'm to secure my place as the best in the business. Don't you worry about the precious amethysts you brought. I'll see them safe to the guild stores. I look forward to our next adventure. That's when I'll drive the pickaxe that I am the better man. Home that I am the better man. Okay. Yeah, sure. Sure, buddy. Sure, I believe you. I completely believe you. Next. I4. Have you heard, Lily? The latest tally has you tied with Wide Gully as the guild's highest earner. You started as a novice with rusty pickaxe. Now you're one of the stoutest pillars. You've truly come a long way, my friend. I find myself turning to you more often for difficult orders, the bulk of which had been coming from Deep Canyon. As you should well know from past expeditions, these tend to entail going to dangerous locales. I'm loath to put my people in harm's way, but the concern owns us. In truth, if not in name, it'd be ill done to refuse their request, no matter how onerous. But just this once, I've a mind to do just that. I can in good conscience order you to wild place like Perthis merely for the sake of 20 pieces of jade. Aye, that's what Deep Canyon is requesting this time. And if I have to send you somewhere, you're rightly proven yourself the best candidate, but you should understand how risky the endeavor. Think long and hard before you do something we both regret. While you're muttering it over, though, I should let you know that Wide Gully wanted a word. You'll find him in the usual place. What's up, sir? I take it you've heard about the job, and I can tell from the look in your eyes that you're already on board with giving it a go. When you came back with the amethyst the last time, I came to realize something. A true miner must be prepared to risk life and limb for his prize. Mining for jade at no less a place than Haldras March in Kurthis would be the perfect way to put my conviction to proof. I challenge you to another contest. The first to find 20 pieces of jade and deliver them to Alberta is the winner. The superior miner, by all objective measures. Jade. Yeah, it is here, but it doesn't. I don't know the time. What is the skill? Truth. Let's see. See if that's it. Honestly, hopefully it is. I don't know how far it is. I don't know the timing on it. Not. Damn. Oh well. Hidden items, yeah. So that's what happens with the truth one. Unspoiled things pop up, but they're time specific. So, for example, let's see. This is from 18 to 21 Eorzean time. There is one here. And I don't know where exactly. Obviously. Or when exactly. You can decipher these, and they do some kind of like duty thing. I've never actually used the maps. I should, because you can get crafting stuff from it and whatnot. So I'll eventually look at that. I'm gonna get 40 jade here while I wait to see if midnight or like 1 a.m. is the time. Because the dark steel is something we need for the later quest, and it's the only one that's like time specific to my memory. Obviously, you don't know any of this ahead of time, so this is purely knowledge of the game in general. But if I want to complete it, I need that. I need that one for either the next mission, because what is this one? This is 40, so it's either the 45 or the 51. Actually, I could look it up real quick. Go to the next one, the next node, and then I'll look up the time. Because I think there's 2 different times it can be, but I can't remember. Damn, you're noisy. One a.m. to 4 a.m. So let's just fuck around here. I think it's somewhere around here. Maybe even like right there. Get rid of that, so that's not in the way. But yeah, we'll fuck around here till 1 a.m. Then, pretty sure I just read it was the only time is 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. I know the last few times I've done this, I've not bothered with looking for the time. I just sat here like listening to music, watching something on YouTube, and just waiting, because I was like, I knew eventually that it's just gonna proc, and I'm just gonna see it, you know? Be procking soon enough. I'll probably be like at 1 1 a.m. that it procced. Here it is. I knew it was somewhere over here. I don't remember how many. That's actually would be good to know. I do have time, so let me look real quick, because it'll tell me in that how many we need. How many do we need? Oh, you only need 3 apparently, according to that. So in that manner, let's grab one of these, and then all dark steel. Because you do need dark steel for other things. But yeah. It's just convenient. We were here, so I was like, I know it's here. And I'm pretty sure I was thinking like 4 a.m., so I was thinking either it was 4 a.m. or 4 a.m. was the cutoff. And according to what I read, I think it was like 1 a.m. to 4 a.m., which now, if we look in here because we got it, it'll tell us, yeah, it's from 1 to 4. So 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. Once you've touched any of them, it'll tell you the time. And that's why I like to get everything from a time node as well. I understand why Gully has challenged you yet again. I know the temptation is to seek out victory whatever the cost, but winning isn't everything. You do what's right for you, Lily. Already have it. By the 12, this is the Jade, and such fine samples too. Congratulations are in order. You won the contest. By default, that is. White Gully never got his 20 pieces, you see. As he went about his work, he lowered his guard and was attacked by a fell fiend. His wounds were such that it was all he could do to run to safety. He's whole of body, somewhat worse for wear. He's like to be out of action for a while. But that's not the worst of it. More than the wounds you can see, I worry for his state of mind. He saw you as a rival to surpass, but he ended up losing in the contest he himself devised. That kind of disappointment is enough to break most people. Trust me, I know. But I pray that White Gully has the strength to get back on his feet and take up pickaxe once more. He'd be ashamed to lose one so gifted. Let's return to the matter before us, though. I wasn't exaggerating about the quality of this jade. Its purity and strength allows you to see why it's thought of as an embodiment of immortality. Since ancient times, man has chosen to adorn his tools and garb with it. Imbuing yourself with the everlasting is certainly an attractive notion, and no one is more aware of that tradition than Wide Gully. It's for the very reason I intend to create for him a gift of jade. The stone bears my hopes that he will rise again, no matter how often the spinner might see fit to test him and bring him to his knees. Gully of Woes. Ah, Lily, I was hoping you'd come by. I need your help with something. It concerns White Gully. He's recovered from the wounds suffered in Kurthis and resumed his mining for the guild. Wonderful news, to be sure, but one thing yet troubles me. You see, White Gully has been taking on far more tasks than a single man should. Some attribute his newfound fervor to the sting of losing that ill-conceived jade contest, but I suggest there's more to the tale. I tried to broach the subject with him, but he's stubborn as an aurochs. insisting it's not but my imagination. But I know there's something, and where I've failed, you might succeed. Strange though this may sound, you're the closest thing he has to a friend here. So I beg you, Lily, speak with Wide Gully and try to learn what ails him. Do what you can to ease his burden. No doubt Alberta sent you. She's been on me something fierce since I came back, but it doesn't matter why you're here or at whose request. The simple truth is I need your help. I got a secret that would be sure to bring great shame on my family, but I need to tell someone, and I know that you're an honest sort. Ledgers at the concern have been tampered with, and I'm being credited for work I didn't do. Wasn't keen on believing it, but the culprit is my own father. I first suspected something was off when I received my last evaluation. I know better than anyone what I do around here, and I knew I wasn't working that much. I looked over the concern's records of its dealings with the guild, and sure as day, found some right damning evidence. Didn't know whether to laugh or cry. I never wanted it said that I had a leg up in the guild because I'm the vice foreman's son. If I was to succeed, I wanted to do it by my own hands. Learning that my old man was falsifying my accomplishments was like a punch to the gut. And that's why I've been working so feverishly of late. By fulfilling enough orders, I'm hoping to turn my father's lies into truths. I've taken on more jobs than I've got hands to juggle them with. So like I said, adventurer, I need your help. I'd say I'm swallowing my pride to ask you this, but I've got no pride left. Whatever happens from here on out, I'm a miner first and foremost, and I just want to do my job. Right now, the order giving me the biggest headache is one for 20 chunks of electrum ore. You can find this stuff south of Camp Bronze Lake, over in Upper Lenosia. Please hurry, and thanks. Go get it. Yeah, we're probably gonna spend quite a while outside of Stormblood now, doing this kind of stuff in general. Because there's just so much we need to, like, well, we don't need to, but there's so much I want to, because I want to show it off and I want to have this character, like, done on it. So yeah. It's gonna be a few days, at least, before we get back to, Stormblood. However, no, I should. Nah. I was gonna say, I'm gonna get another 20 of these, but I'm just gonna get what I need to go. I can always do that later off screen with another character or whatever else. Okay, I'm good to go. Let's go back. It's gonna be funny. The hardest one to get, I already have. Which is that timed one. Because it just tells you the location. It doesn't tell you, like, the area. So it's just funny to me. Actually, since we're 51, we might actually have the ability to start, the miner for Ishgard. So Heaven's Ward or whatever. Not Ishgard, I guess. Come on, man. Here you go. You got the 20 chunks of ore. In case you've forgotten, you'll find them south. Yeah, but I don't care. Here you go. I couldn't have mined a better ore myself. You've done me a great kindness. Gratitude rolls queerly off my lips, does it? Perhaps that's something that comes more natural with time. It was only my pride that held it back before, and as I said, I've not of that left. I have to work harder than ever now to make my fictionalized accomplishments more than just ink on parchment. As of now, I'm a fraud, plain and simple. Not unlike this electrum, really. It is impure stuff, gold mixed up with silver and other metals. What am I saying? That comparison ain't fair to the electrum. At least this alloy is worth something. You see, when refined, electrum takes on an opulent, whitish hue, not seen in other metals. And there's certain things that can't be made without it. So it's prized by crafters. No, if I'm to liken myself to any metal, it'd have to be to common brass. That's pretty enough to look at when polished, but worth little and less. I had dreams of being special, a one-of-a-kind type of miner, everyone respected, but now I just... Enough of this brooding. I hate myself as it is. No need to add being a whiny sop to my list of failings. You saved my hide today, Lily, and I'll find a way to repay that debt. Mark my words. There's the pickaxe I want. Level 51. And as you see, the stuff we picked up with scripts that I told you about is literally, you get to pick one piece of it here. Lily, thank the gods you're here. It's Wide Gully. He's gone and filed a complaint against his father to the concern, citing an abuse of power. It has forced Deep Canyon into a difficult position, to say the least. And though the two of us haven't exactly seen eye to eye of late, I still owe the man a great debt. I would go to him and offer what aid I could, but he's like to spurn even the attempt. I know full well how much I've already asked of you, but I'd be eternally grateful if you'd lend Deep Canyon aid in my stead. To get started, it might be best to see what possessed his son to inform on his own flesh and blood. What's up, Wide? You're at the Guildmaster's bidding again. Well, I see no reason not to tell you about the situation. You know most everything any road. My old man was foisting dangerous jobs on the guild, forcing its members to risk life and limb for his own agenda. If that ain't the very definition of abuse, I don't know what it is. What is? You yourself were on the receiving end of this, I'm sure you'll recall. Kin or no, I couldn't stand by and watch my guild mates being used like pawns in his game. So I went to the concern's upper management and filed a complaint. He hasn't said a word to me since, but I'd have a guess that he might be willing to speak with you. You've certainly done your fair share for the guild. He's out by the entrance right now, in case you want to hear his side of the story. Let me up. There we go. Hey, Deep Canyon. It's been some time, Lily. Not really, it's been less than an hour. You're doubtless here as regards my son's accusations. Well, it's just as he claims. Now this ain't gonna spare me what's coming, but I had a reason for my actions. Vengeance. I was supposed to become the master of the Miners Guild. Everyone knew I had the best claim, but Alberta robbed me of the honor. Me, the man who taught her nigh everything she knows about her trade. She went behind my back and conspired with her predecessor, and then Fancy, who ended up being chosen to lead. By way of payback, ever since I became vice foreman, I've striven to make Alberta's life harder than trying to mine with a dull pickaxe. All those outrageous demands to make her look incompetent. At the same time, I went about ensuring my son was well placed to take over as guildmaster. And my plan was about to bear fruit, too, till you came along and ruined it all by being my son's better. By your expression, I take it you're doubtful of the tale. Well, you need only ask your dear guildmaster. She can vouch for everything I've said. Alberta, what the fuck happened? I'm on your side, but like, what the fuck happened? What? The Canyon believes I cheated him out of becoming Guildmaster. That's not it at all. I never aspired to this position. Gods, I was only an Alamedian refuge, working as hard as I could to get by. I never even dreamed that I could rise as I did. And I suspected even less that it was that self-same dedication to my work that would lead to me being chosen. If I'd known that accepting the mantle would tear us apart. Lamenting the past won't avail us. I only know that I wouldn't be where I am without the man. I can't allow this misunderstanding to cost Deep Canyon everything. I simply couldn't bear it. I'm not sure there's aught we can still do for him at this point, but we must try. Listen, White Gully is the one who filed the complaint. If you were to throw your own weight behind some of my concerns, then maybe you could yet do something. Please, Lily, it means so much. Alberta wants to help my old man. Truth be told, it ain't my wish to see his career destroyed neither. I only wanted to teach him a lesson, make him know that he can't just use people for his own ends. Now that the concern knows, it's been taken out of my hands. In their eyes, my father's actions have jeopardized relations with the Miners Guild, and nothing could be worse. So they've given him a test. If he's to remain vice foreman, he must prove at the inquest that he still has the confidence of the guild. And they ain't interested in no words. They want hard evidence. That is to say, they're demanding that someone from the guild show him loyalty by going and digging up 3 of the toughest damn chunks of ore there is to find. Dark steel. Problem is, he's got no allies in the guild, on account of his own behavior. I certainly don't qualify for the task, being his son, and Alberta can't do it either, because she's the bleeding guildmaster. That's just how it works. This leaves you, Lily. We don't have much time before the inquest begins, so you'll have to hurry, and I wasn't exaggerating afore. The dark steel's elusive as all hells, located in the snowy reaches of Kurthus and nowhere else. To actually find this stuff, you first need to use the Truth of Mountains technique to locate unspoiled mineral deposits. Then, and God knows why, you'll have to survive a night in the cold for the deposits to reveal themselves. Finally, you dig and you pray. When you have enough chunks of dark ore steel, take them to Alberta. I'll make sure she knows what's going on. Oh, it actually does tell you. Okay, it tells you to locate the dark steel that appears in Kurthus Central Highlands at 1 a.m. Mine that required quantity and return to Alberta. Did it used to tell you? I don't think it... I feel like it didn't used to tell you when I first started. Maybe it did. Maybe I forgot about it, but I swear I had to look it up. I wonder if that was changed, because they've changed a lot of things in general. Even since I started playing 3 years ago. And now, now I would, you see, I wouldn't have even read all the dialogue, so I probably, it could have been changed when I did it on another character recently, and I just didn't pay attention to it because I know the story, so. White Gully's told me all about the situation. Be sure you bring in the dark steel ore as soon as you've got it. Now I feel this bears mentioning, but regarding how to go about obtaining the ore, it may sound ridiculous, but it's exactly as White Gully says. You'll need the endurance to survive a night in Kurthus, and the technique of Truth of Mountains to locate unspoiled mineral deposits. They'll speed your way. Here, I already have it. Incredible, Lily! Your talents are truly boundless. Hopefully these will suffice to spare Deep Canyon. But let's make haste to the inquest. White Gully is already on his way. Well, did you get a guild member to bring you dark steel ore? Because make no mistake, Deep Canyon, if you came to this inquest empty-handed, we will end you. Your time with the concern will be just a memory. Well... We have the ore right here, procured by Lily Lovecraft of the Miners Guild. "12 be good! She isn't lying. This is dark steel, and some of the finest I've ever seen. It's no ordinary miner who can find dark steel, let alone stuff that looks this good. Seems your reputation is well earned. That said, we're hardly here to question your ability, though I find myself wondering as to your motives. Why did you bring the ore?" I know the same. Why stick your neck out for him? He's giving you nothing but trouble. What in the seven hells you're trying to pull, Alberta? I don't need anyone's pity, yours least of all. I'm not here to give you my pity, but to clear up the misunderstanding between us. Misunderstanding? Listen to me, Deep Canyon. I never wanted to become guildmaster. The responsibility was thrust upon me, and there was naught to be done for it. Gods, when my name was being bandied about for the position, my first instinct was to take myself out of the consideration. I spoke to the guildmaster in private, as you say, but it wasn't to connive against you, it was to give up my claim. You expect me to believe that? If I had truly betrayed you back then, would I have bothered to come here? But if that's true, then everything I've done, by the 12, to have taken this so far. You didn't want to admit defeat, father. Alberta beat you on your own merits. You knew this in your heart, but you refused to accept it. In your pride, you convinced yourself that she betrayed you, but by doing so, you only validated why you were passed over for the guildmaster in the first place. Please, father, let go of the past. Accept that you're beaten, as I have with Lily, and let's start over. You have it in you to do so, Deep Canyon. To begin anew, I know of your love for mining more than anyone. If you'd be willing to try again, I promise you the guild's full cooperation. Full cooperation? Are you sure about this? I believe the past where it belongs. In the past. The guild wants only to look forward and to continue working with the concern. Lily was the biggest victim in this whole affair. Yet she is willing to give Deep Canyon another chance. She wouldn't have brought the dark steel ore otherwise. That's well and good, but what about you? Can you really forget everything he's done? I can. Above all else, I miss my old friend and mentor. To get him back, I would forgive much and more. Ugh. Alberta. That Alberta? Not sure how you say that exactly. Well, I'm inclined to lie this matter to rest. Any objections? If you're satisfied, brother, then so am I. Then it is settled. Vice Foreman Deep Canyon, by request of the Miners Guild, you shall retain your present office at Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. Through hard work, I trust that you will make amends for past transgressions. I'm both glad that it's over. Lily, I would have a word with you in private. Would you mind returning to the guild with me? I asked you here so that I might ask you thank you properly. Had you not been on hand to help, Deep Canyon's career would have been ended prematurely and in disgrace. Worse, I might have lost my dear friend forever. I owe you a debt that I'll likely never be able to repay. But look at you. In no time at all, you've grown into a miner who can make the earth yield up even dark steel ore, the rarest of metals. There's nothing left for me to teach you. As an adventurer, you're like to find yourself in all corners of the realm. But wherever your road takes you, I want you to practice our craft for the good of all. Go well, Lily. May your toils never go unrewarded. This concludes the minor quest for Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. In order to undertake the next sets of quests, you must first meet the following requirements. You must have completed the main scenario quest before dawn. That's entering Ishgard, so we are well past that. This is what I was talking about, by the way. This comprehensive manual, written by a disgruntled former employee of Rowena's House of Splendors, provides a detailed explanation of inhuman techniques forced upon consortium-hired disciples of the land to increase their output. It is known to inspire and frighten all those who read it, granting a temporary 150% boost to experience points earned from gathering activities up to the maximum of 1.75 million points. Effect is half at level 70 and above, and the duration is 18 hours. What? You know what? Fuck it. Give it to me so I can get that thing as well. Well, Lily, as I live and breathe, I don't suppose you'd be interested in a commission, would you? The guild just received a request from Sellswords in Ishgard. I know how that sounds, but it's a company that's been charged with doing a minerals survey, and they need an expert's eye. Their captain is an Uldalm too, one who's familiar with the guild's ways of doing things. Now, Ishgard's territory is untamed and dangerous, but it's worth it to go where no miner has gone before, and I urge you to accept. Linietta can supply proof that you're a genuine guild member if you do. Here's my proof. Take it. You're the one to explore the mineral wealth of Ishgard? Excellent. Well, the mercenaries who sent for you are employed by one of the high houses. These papers will serve as proof of your position. As you will technically be employed by House Vertam, I think the courteous thing to do is to go to their manor and speak with the knight. The best of good luck to you. I do adjust that. And then we'll probably call this video. And I'm gonna probably get a nap in, because I'm tired. But we got so much more I want to do yet before we get back to anything. What brings an adventure to our doorstep? Of course, the expert from the Miners Guild. Welcome, miss, welcome. You are one of the very few outsiders with the honor of serving House Vertam. Indeed, the Count has but recently seen fit to hire foreign sellswords for their experience and knowledge of other lands. You are to work with Ashian's Raiders, one such company under our banner. Their captain, Heimerich, can be found between jobs at the Forgotten Knight. No doubt he is enjoying the excellent ale. And obviously, like I said, we're kind of going backwards in some of these things, so this is technically like when we first got here, so we're not known. I'm pretty sure there's no like reference to us being known. Hatchling. Do I owe you money or something? I'm not going to continue these quests, but I just wanted to introduce this one and get that first experience boost. You're the one come to help us with the mineral survey. Pleasure to have you, my friend. I'm Emmerich, captain of Austrian Raiders. You'll like working with us. Me and the lads, we take pride in what we're doing. Wars are lost for want of resources as often as for want of valor, and we can't all be dragon slayers. That attitude won us the Count's trust, so when the jobs come down from House Vertelm, I'm the one who decides how they get done. Which is to say, my word's the only one that matters. Are you willing to take orders from me? Yes, sir. Heh, good lass. Of course, I'll keep you clear of monsters and the like, but trouble's got a nasty habit of finding us raiders. Time might come when you've got to swing that pickaxe in self-defense. There's all manners of wild beasts out there. Leave 'em to the captain and me. You just worry about not pissing your own britches. Har har har. Excuse him, Lily. He's just young. And stupid. Very, very stupid. He's so new to this life that he's almost got eggshells stuck to his fat little head. So we call him Hatchling. Captain. He's got fun nicknames for all of us. Tradition, he calls it. So what's yours to be? You're a professor or something, right? So what about professor? Pretty simple, isn't it? But that'll make for easy remembering. Alright, Professor it is. And that wraps up your initiation. We got nothing to do for the time being. A job will come from House Vertelm soon enough, though. So make yourself ready for when it does. Boom. Because this forager would be put to great use in gathering collectibles. Speak with at the forum in Ishgard to learn more of this lucrative business opportunity. And by the way, I was correct. This is the Fisher for Ishgard. I think it's the levies that they were talking about, I think. Yeah, it was her that she was talking about. I need this. You're a miner, yes? Aye. I thought so. I pride myself on having an eye for talent. And you, miss, have it in abundance. Don't suppose you've heard of this new collectibles fad, have you? No? Oh, we've got to do something about that then. Here, take this letter to whatever in Revenant's Toll. She'll take care of the rest. That's part of the stuff we need to do to get our weekly setup. Beg your pardon, but you are Mistress Lovecrest, I presume. Just the woman I was hoping to see. It so happens I have a proposition for you. You see, in accordance with the Lord Commander's orders, we have established a new system similar to the one administered by the Adventurers Guild of Eorzea. We are to document the petitions of people and distribute them to motivated individuals like yourself. Were you to assist us with the levies, madam, we would be most grateful and we would compensate you accordingly. Yeah. Large scale ones. I didn't even think about that. Interesting. Is there any... Interesting. Actually, I've never known about this one, I don't think. It's actually really interesting. They take 10. Jesus. Do we jump back there? Let's actually go to Revenant Stole, which is... What is it under? Is it under its own thing? It is. Okay. I don't remember where Mordana was, like, labeled under. Greetings, miss. How may I assist you this day? Who's this letter? Very well, it would be my pleasure to enlighten you. As you are doubtless aware, there are wealthy individuals who covet certain items, but who would rather pay others to procure them. Rena's House of Splendors is glad to receive the custom of such individuals. To supply these collectibles, we turn to men and women such as you who possess the talents to craft or procure them. Compensation will be commensurate to the collectability of the items provided and paid in scrips, which can be exchanged for all manners of fine wares. You may sell these items to the house at any of our branch offices, including those in Limsa, Gridania, and Uldaw. Please be advised that these terms are not negotiable, miss. We appreciate your understanding. Hey, let's go. Now we have the scripts unlocked and collectibles. So, to give it a quick rundown, again, this is like other script level stuff, but there's collectibles, and if you gather them, or in the case if you have a higher up thing, make them, you get a certain amount of scripts and experience. So pretty good in overall do that kind of stuff. Go West. What is this? We need level 60. Okay, Go West Craftsman. I think is the one we need. So we need actually level 60 of our land or hand to get that one, because this is the one we need. Okay. Just tooling around. Name's Guiding Star, and you have the look of a miner. My goal is no less than attaining complete mastery of all things crafting and gathering, and to this end I roam the world. But I must say that Revenant's Toll offers a sore temptation, the temptation to stay. I heard tell that the Adventurers Guild had thrown its weight behind this place, but I had no idea of the kind of talent pouring into the camp. I could tell just from your hands that you're an adept yourself. You've not flinched at the notion of a little hard work. One of your standing must have tools to match. Surely you must own some choice items. Will you not let me see one? Equip a gatherer's or crafter's primary tool, item level 50 and higher, and speak with them. Which we have because we completed the Miners Guild. Ah, magnificent. It is everything I expected, though not more. Forgive my blunt ways. No doubt you are fond of your chosen instrument, but surely there are tools better suited to you. Tools that require delicate touch of an adept of your stature. As it happens, such tools are available to you. You need go no further than Talon. Here, he can be a mite testy, but he's one of the finest toolsmiths the realm over, and his selection is impressive. Now, he won't simply hand them over. You might need to furnish the man with a bauble or three in exchange. For an adventurer of your skill, such errands should pose little challenge. And if you would walk the lonely road to mastery, why not petition Talon for one of his tomes, too? He calls them the cookbooks, for they hold some of the most complex recipes you'll ever see. But you have skill enough for them, I'm sure. Ever is a crafter ruled by triumvirate? Tool, skill, and curiosity. May you prosper in all three. Now trade with them. Also, after obtaining specific items, you can exchange them for gatherers and crafting tools. I don't think I've ever actually looked at what he has. For like other things. I've only really ever looked at there's like a higher version of it, but you need to get other shit. But specifically, we need to get this stuff. And a lot of this stuff, if I remember right, is gotten from an item required to got with at brain work at the Grand Company with hunting seals. Yeah, we got our work cut out for us. We're probably still not gonna unlock the weekly stuff before Tuesday. It is currently Sunday. Well, Sunday because 3 a.m. So we only got a couple days left really to unlock the West Craftsman. We need that one to unlock stuff. I think my goal will be to push through Goldsmith and hopefully get that leveled up. So honestly, I'm probably going to keep crafting stuff and work through what we have. But yeah, I'm done for recording. The next time you see, I hopefully will have Goldsmith to like 50, maybe. I might also go into the Diadem and max out Botanist or Miner as well. maybe hit some levies and level up some of my other crafters as well. We'll see. Overall, I'm just tired at this point. I might still play, like I said, but I'll probably do that. That way, I'm not doing anything off screen that's important, because I think I showed plenty of crafting today. I showed plenty of the gathering. I don't plan on showing a grind back up. So, saying all this, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.